Hi friends, welcome to our channel. In the previous session, we had discussed about decision trees. Now in this session, we will move to ranking and probability estimation. The first one is generally grouping classifiers. The grouping classifiers divides the instance space into different number of segments. Instance space into different number of segments, and these segments are turned into rankers. These segments are turned into rankers by learning an ordering algorithm. Segments are turned into rankers by learning an ordering algorithm. For example, if we are using decision trees, assume if we are using decision trees can access local class distributions. That is how many number of positives and how many number of negatives in each and every class. Decision trees can access local class distribution so that these decision trees are directly used. The decision trees are directly used to construct leaf ordering. Decision trees are directly used to construct leaf ordering in an optimal way. In the training data. Suppose for the given training data, a leaf ordering is constructed in an optimal way by using the decision trees. One commonly calculated procedure is by using empirical probabilities. It is easy to calculate leaf ordering. Suppose in the calculation, in the ordering, if a tie occurs, that is the number of positives and number of negatives are equal in a particular split, give the highest priority for positives. In the construction, if a tie occurs, give the highest priority for the positives. That means simply ranking is we are obtained a ranking from these decision trees by using empirical probabilities. Always produces a convex ROC curve. Suppose if you are getting ranking based on empirical probability of using decision trees, the curve we are getting is always an ROC convex curve. This is the first one. Now, okay, it is clear. Now, one more point is generally these orderings not deduced from, that is not getted from tree structure. That means it is not possible to get the order of the leaf nodes. Based on tree structure. For example, for a parent node, the empirical probability of the parent of a split does not impose any constraints on the children. For example, n positives, n negatives. Assume this is the parent node. The parent node has two children. The first children n1 positive, n1 negative. This is one split. Suppose second children n2 positive, n2 negative. This is the second split. Suppose to give the linear ordering, generally we are using weighted average of its children. Suppose n1 by n into p1 plus n2 by n into p2. Here p1 is the empirical probability of this one. P2 is an empirical probability of this second split. That is P1 is equal to N1 by N2. P1 is equal to N1 positive by N P2 is equal to N2 positive by N2. That means here simply N is equal to N plus N minus. N1 is equal to, what do you mean by N1? N1 plus Ny minus. N2 is equal to N2 plus N2 minus. This is the average weighted probability. Even though, observe this one, even though if you know the position of the parent in the curve, if you know the exact location of the P on the curve, but P1 and P2 are difficult to identify because they come at the earlier or come at the later. That means from this relation we can calculate this one, or P2 less than or equal to P less than or equal to P1. That means we know only the position of P1, only the position of P. Which one comes before, either P1 or P2? That means by using this one, the ordering of P1 and P2 is not calculated efficiently. So generally, based on the tree structure, directly it is not possible to identify the linear ordering. For that we are using this formula. Consider an example. Suppose I am drawing a future tree with unlabeled data. Suppose the tree contains the class distributions as a label. For example, 50 positive, 100 negatives. 50 positives, 100 negatives. I am splitting into two parts. Suppose at the first split, I am getting 30 positives. Suppose 35 negatives. The remaining are 20 positives and 65 negatives. Suppose this is one split. Suppose in the second split, for example, this 30 is divided into 29 positives and 10 negatives. Suppose one positive and remaining are 25, 25 negatives. And similarly, this is split into 15 positives, 3 negative. And this is split into remaining are 5 positives and 62 negatives. Consider an example. This is an example. Suppose initially the root contains the entire class distribution. That is, our example contains 50 positive instances and 100 negative instances. At split 1, we are dividing these into two parts. Suppose at split 2 and at split 3. Now we have to give ranking. Generally our assumption is, if you are following a linear ordering, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. But it is not always true. If you are drawing a graph, suppose if you are drawing a graph on x-axis, suppose I am writing negatives, total of 100 negatives and total of 50 positives on y-axis. Suppose simply draw a dot for each graph, 29 positives and 10 negatives. For example, this is the 25, assume this is the point. Suppose one positive and 25 negatives. One positive at this position. Suppose 25 negatives. 15 positives. Suppose 25 negatives means this one. 15 positives, 3 negatives. 5 positives and 62 negatives. 5 positives and 62 negatives. Suppose observe the graph. In this graph, for example, this is 15 positive and 3 negative, and this one is 29 positive and 10 negative, and this one is 5 positive, 62 negative. Suppose this one is This one is 1 positive, 25 negative. Suppose this is 5 positive, 62 negative. Assume this is some graph according to these values. Observe the graph. First this point, second this one, third this one, fourth this one. That is based on the ROC curve. Based on the curve we are getting, we are giving the rankings. Suppose the rank 1, we are giving rank 1, 2. So second rank is this one and 3, 4. We are giving rankings this based on this one. This is simply an example. Simple an example. For example, adding a split to the decision tree. If you are interpreted in the form of coverage plots, so my point is adding a split to the decision tree, or future tree. Suppose it is interpreted in terms of coverage curve. What happens? Split. First point is split the curve into different segments, generally 2 or more. So same concept in terms of curves. I am explaining same split concept of decision tree in terms of curve. So split the coverage curve, that is split the entire curve segments into different number of segments, generally 2 or more. Then order the segments in decreasing order of slopes and order the segments in decreasing order of slopes. This is one way of splitting the coverage curve. Now consider all possible rankings. Now consider all possible rankings that can be constructed. Now consider all possible rankings that can be constructed with the given data. That is with the given tree. Suppose I am given a tree. So consider the previous example. The previous example is an unlabeled tree. Now we have to calculate all possible rankings. That is, the tree is constructed in different formats. Calculate the rankings for all possible trees. For example, the tree is a future tree. With unlabeled data. Then my question is to calculate all possible rankings. All possible ranking means my trees have no labels. Here we have no labels means different combinations. No label means different combinations. So how many ways we can label the tree? How many ways we can label the tree? What is the performance it produces? Remember, here we know, if we know only the number of positives and negatives. Remember, we know only the number of positives and negatives without knowing any label name. We have to calculate how many number of ways we can label the tree. For example, we have L labels and C classes. Then we have C power L possible ways. Of labeling. For example, in the previous example, the last level contains 4 leaves. How many number of classes? We have only 2 classes, positive and negative. So the total combinations are 2 classes and 4 leaves. There are total 16 ways to arrange the leaves. For For suppose if I am arranging the leaves in a structured format, then we will discuss. So clear? Now the question is very clear. What is the point? The point is the tree we are considering is unlabeled. If the tree is unlabeled, how do we know the ranking? So we have many orderings. Suppose I am considering this one as the left, middle, right. Suppose some other person consider middle one as the left and left one as the right. We have different orderings. For that, we have to calculate ranking for all those orderings. Calculate ranking for all those orderings. How many number of combinations? We have L labels and C classes. A total of C power L possible labels. C power L possible labels. Suppose if you draw a graph, the graph definitely follows symmetry property. Sorry. The graph definitely follows symmetry property. For example, if plus minus and plus minus, this is one pair. Minus plus, this is another pair. Compulsory, these two pairs are located in opposite locations. Suppose this is the graph. If this pair is placed at this position, compulsory this pair is placed at this position, because I am just interchanging positives and negatives. This is split one. See this one? I am just interchanging positives and negatives. It follows symmetric property. And if you are giving the ranks, the lowest rank is, that is, the ranking starts from minus. Ranking ends at all positives. If these are the negatives and if it is the positive, consider the same previous this one. And the final point is the path of the coverage curve contains, suppose we have many orderings. From starting to ending, we have many orderings. Among the orderings, suppose the optimal path contains the set of instances, all minuses, minus, plus. This is second pair, plus, minus. This is third pair, plus, minus. So simply swapping a plus, all minus move to 1 plus, 2 plus, the plus is moved to this position, all the plus. This is the optimal coverage path. For giving the tree. For example, if a tree, and one more point is, we have L labels. And there are L factorial permutations are possible. So in the previous, in the form of classes and labels, we have C power L possible label data. That is, for labeling, we have C power L possible combinations. After giving the label, the position of that node, that is either left child, middle child or right child, the position of that node, if we have L labels, we have L factorial permutations are possible. Okay. Suppose if you know the class distributions in the leaves of a future tree. The future tree is turned into, that is, the future tree is converted into rankers. The future tree is converted into probability estimator. The future tree is converted into ranker. The future tree is converted into probability estimator. The future tree is converted into classifier. Suppose the future tree is converted into ranker, means simply we give the order of the leaves. Order the leaves in descending order of empirical probabilities. How a future tree is converted into ranking tree? we have give the order of the leaves in descending order based on empirical probabilities. Empirical probabilities. Probability estimation. Probability estimation means in this we predict empirical probability of each leaf. We predict empirical probability in each leaf and calculate Laplace or M estimate. Empirical probability in each leaf, calculate either Laplace or M estimate to smoothen the curve. To smoothen the curve. Finally, to convert the future tree into classifier, we have to choose the operating conditions. We have to choose an operating conditions and find the operating point conditions and find the operating point. Find the operating point that fits the condition. Operating point that best suits or that fits the conditions. So this is the way to convert the future tree into either ranker or probability estimator or classifier. Suppose if the class distribution is representative, generally false negatives are most costly. Generally false negatives are more costly than false positives. More costly than false positives. Now we will discuss that one. Okay, we discussed the class representation is positive. Class distribution is representative. Generally, suppose the false negatives are 20 times costly than false positives. 20 times costly than false positive. Suppose consider the previous example 50 plus, so the tree with unlabeled tree. In this, we have to split. Suppose this is the tree we are drawing. These two subtrees are merged, that is these two children are merged to their parent to produce the same result. That is called pruning. Pruning means simply reduces the tree. The main advantage of pruning is to simplify the tree. But the disadvantage is the ranking performance reduces. If we are using pruning, the performance of the ranking is reduces. And use the case. Pruning is used only if you want a tree as simple as possible. Generally for classifiers, we are using pruning. If you want to use either a ranking or probability estimation, simply ignore the pruning concept. If you want to use classifiers, use pruning. Otherwise, that means either ranking or probability estimation, pruning is simply ignored. One of the main popular pruning algorithm is reduced error pruning. Now we will move to sensitivity to skewed class distribution. Sensitivity to skewed class distribution. You know the meaning of skew. Skew means either completely left or completely right. That is the completely positive or completely negative. For example, consider 10 positives and 10 negative instances. Suppose I consider 10 positive instances and 10 negative instances. I am dividing this one into 8 positives. Suppose one type of distribution is 8 positives, 2 negatives. 2 positives and 8 negatives. This is one type of split. Suppose second split is 10 positives, 6 negatives. Automatically number of positives are 0 positives, 4 negatives. I have a total of 10 positives and 10 negatives. Suppose in one way I am splitting into 8 positives, 2 positives in this way. Suppose if you are calculating entropy and Gini index, if you are calculating entropy and Gini index, why you are calculating which future, that is the which split is better one? To identify which split is better one, I am calculating entropy and Gini index. Obviously, by calculating this, the first split is the best one. Entropy and Gini index, the first split chooses the best one. Suppose if we are calculating square root of Gini, we already know how to calculate square root of Gini. If we calculate square root of Gini, obviously the second split is the best one. These two, the first split is the best one. This for square root of Gini, the second split is the best one. Now my question is, which one is the better? We have to follow this entropy or Gini index, or we have to follow the square root of Gini. So this leads to some confusion. Generally, suppose consider positives are 10 times costlier than negatives. Suppose the positives are, if you are maintaining the positive concept, positives are 10 times stronger than negatives. That means make each positive instances as 10 copies. A simple term, I am converting my splits into these guys. 8 positives means now 80 positives, 2 negatives, 20 positives and negatives. You got the point? That means I am maintaining 10 copies of each instance. I have any 8 instances means each instance has 10 positive copies. That means a total of 80 positives. Similarly, 100 positives, 6 negatives, 0 positive, 4 negatives. Now calculate all these three parameters, entropy, Gini index and square root of rule. All these three parameters selects the second split as the best one, because compared to this one, this is a completely pure set. If it is a completely pure set, the prediction is perfectly right. And observe this one, 100 positives and 6 negatives, the most majority class. Compared to 100, 6 is the very minute value, the more number of positives. Suppose even though observe 80 and 2, this is also best, but this leads to problem. If this is best but this leads to problem, but in this class this is a completely perfect and this is also majority class. Now I am going to my choice to second one. That means here what is the problem? So some measurements are produced to something, some measurement produced to some split. Generally, if you are modifying any slight variations, the data is insensitive. The data is insensitive. Generally, we have to use this square root of Gini. If you want to use insensitive class distributions, if you are to perform any modification, the entire result is modified. In those cases, the data is insensitive. Sensitive means we have to use Gini index. Now we will move to formula representation of Gini index, entropy and the relative impurity. Suppose for the same example, suppose the Gini index for the parent P. Gini index parent P. We already know n is the number of instances, n positives, positive set of instances, n negative set of instances, negative set of instances. Gini instance for the parent is 2 into positives, negatives, n positives by n negatives by n. This is the Gini instance for parent. Suppose one of the children, suppose you have two children, suppose one of the children, the Gini index is, if you want to calculate average weight of Gini index to one of the children, average weight of Gini index to one of the children is, average weight means the number of instances that is N1. Here N1 means N1 positives plus N1 negatives. The total is N1 by total number of instances N 2 into N1 positive by N1 into N1 negative by N1. This is the Gini index. And finally we have to calculate relative impurity. Relative impurity is measured as square root of N1 positive into N1 negative. N1 positive into N1 negative by N positive into N negative. If we want to, this is the proportion. If you want to perform any modifications on number of positives and number of negatives, this measure does not change. Even though if you perform any modifications, this measure does not change. And the last and final point is, up to now we have calculated some points. Now, how would you train a decision tree? So now, final question is, my final point is, how you would train a decision tree on a given data set. Suppose I am given a data set, how you are giving training on the decision tree. The first and foremost important is good ranking estimator. So we have to identify the good ranking estimator. That means if a good ranker means a good classification, and good probability estimation, that is the complete decision tree is the good. This is the first one, good ranking estimator. And the second one is the data is insensitive, that is distributive insensitive data. Remember, distributive insensitive data, use the square root of Gini. Use square root of Gini as a measure. Square root of Gini as a measure. And third one is disable pruning. You already know pruning concept. Disable pruning. If you reduce the pruning, automatically ranking performance increases. After disabling the pruning, identify operation conditions. That is, deploy operation conditions. Based on this, identify the operating point. Based on this, operating the operating point on the opposite curve. Whenever you know the operating point, it is very easy to perform classify. And last step is, after completion, prune the leaves. Prune all the leaves at the same level. Prune all the, suppose the leaves at the same levels are pruned. And finally, this is ranking and probability estimation. Thank you.